How do you think Odell has been integrating in the team so far, and how do you think he's been playing?
He's integrating well. For his playing, we could always play better. So again, doing the things that we ask him to do, he's been doing. Continue to getting better and prepare each and every day.
Has it been mind-boggling to you too that he hasn't had the production that I think a lot of people expected? That maybe it hasn't been as easy to get him catches as we thought it would be?
No, not at all, because being with him at my former team, you look at certain things that teams are doing and you're preparing for it. They're going to do things differently because of him, because he can play and he has speed. So it's not really mind-boggling to me, because during the course of a season, we still have a lot of football left to go. And so we just stay the course. So it's not really a mind-boggling thing to me. And as long as he continues to prepare and work hard like he's doing, I'm fine right now.
Last 2 games. What are they doing differently? What are they doing to affect him?
Not really. I mean, they'll cheat the safety over to the side and putting too high over there, so it helps in the running game. So, I mean, that's normal. That's typical, because guys in the past who've played at a high level, you're going to get that because it's respect.
The last two games, I counted like 4 balls off of Odell's hands, 2 in each game. Is that just spoiled? He should catch everything, or is that an element of concern for you and him at all?
Not an element of concern, but those are balls he should catch. There's nothing spoiled about him. Those are things that he's his worst critic, so he's hard on himself, but those are the plays that we have to make, and he knows that.
A lot of focus right now is on Baker's completion percentage and timing of the offense between him and the receivers. From your position as the position coach, how close or crisp are these routes, and just how much more refinement needs to happen so that natural chemistry between the quarterback and these guys really starts to show up?
It's just continuing to stay the course, and that's all we continue to prepare for. I'm doing this a long time. Freddie's been doing it a long time. Monken's been doing it a long time. So, the ebbs and the flows of just continue to work hard and get better, just starting from the ground floor. And then this whole week is a time to reset and just go back to the fundamentals and technique of things and just continue to grow from that.
How much more productive do you think the offense will be when?
It'll take a little while, but I mean, we don't have time. But these are things, the sense of urgency is there like anything else at the beginning of the season. It doesn't mean like we didn't have sense of urgency before, but again, as we continue to grow out this, you just got to continue to stay the course.
Could you feel Higgins' frustration during that whole game Sunday, standing next to you?
Hey, he's a guy who wants to play, and he's a competitor like any receiver, just like they always think they're always open with 3 people around them, so throw him the ball. So those things happen, and we want the guys who want to get in there and play and play at a high level. So, but we continue to stay the course, and he looked good today, and so I'm just excited to have him, especially after this little time, and we'll be good to go.
I mean, you would think a receiver core with Landry and Odell doesn't need another guy to spring him open, but what could he bring at this point of the season? Just
a rapport with Baker, and he's a guy who's law of attraction. The ball finds him, but it's not like he would spry anybody open, because teams play our receivers different. So there's things that that you see on tape, like I said before. And when we get there, it's just different. It's all about adjustments, and we welcome that, because that's a sign of respect also.
Coach Jarvis standing up the other day, or coming out last week and saying, we need to intentionally, deliberately get OBJ the ball, and we need to get the ball in the hands of our playmakers more.
Well, because he's a receiver also. Because receivers, again, they want the ball all the time. Typically, you look through the history of the NFL and what we go through. And so guys that are passionate about what they're doing and guys that are good, they're going to say that. And so they believe they're always open. But in the course of the scheme of what we're doing and running the ball in our offense, again, got to get him the ball, and we're working on that.
Coach, I know you're not directly coaching Baker, but is he suffering through some of the growing pains that you would expect a second-year quarterback to go through?
I don't know about the growing pains of second year. You know, it's about just continuing to sharpen it and getting better each and every day. And I'm a guy who, and really, I stay in my lane. I coach my guys. I don't really, you know, I'm a guy who continues to work. My father has always taught me that I got to make sure that my front door is swept before I sweep around somebody else's front door.
Has it been your experience though that, you know, once teams get, you know, body of work against a quarterback, that they're going to throw different things at him, and this is just something he's going to have to naturally deal with?
Of course, they're going to always throw different things because it's wrinkles. Just like you have to play chess and not checkers. So just like when we plan and give them different looks in the beginning just to see if they're going to play this a certain way. So it's the same thing. And then you go back and continue to do the base things that you do. So again, we're always evolving this offense and continue to work and hone and get it better. And I'm just excited because, you know, we got a lot of football left. And so these guys are working hard. The communication of it is good, especially coming out here today and getting some reps. And I was excited to see that.
Coach, what is it about Higgins that he always seems to get open when he's out there with the Bakers?
Oh no, he's just got a little knack. You know, he's one of the guys who kind of finds, you know, little spots to get into in space. And I don't know, he's just a kind of a law of attraction type thing.
I feel like your two guys, the guy at Jarvis and Odell especially, they should be driving this engine.
They should be help driving the engine. Not driving it, but helping drive that
You
engine.
look at past production, you look at money they're being paid, I mean, you look at on paper, isn't there something to that, or how do you feel about that?
It's a team. It's a team concept. You know, if you look at certain things, Jarvis goes in there and blocks the safeties and dig in safeties. You know, you got guys who make money won't do that.
Where does
They won't do it.
Cowboys development now? He missed most of training camp with that injury, of course, the suspension. So is he still catching up?
Oh, as far as, you know, the first week getting in there and putting a lot on his plate, you know, was kind of, you know, one thing. Last week he was much better, even being more comfortable. And again, you know, you got to look at the body of work and how much football has he really played. And so he's continued to get better. He's a guy who has a high ceiling, but again, you know, it's all about repetition. It's the mother of all learning and making sure and getting those reps and continue to progress that way.
He told us that, you know, he moved to Z and then he moved back to X after the rough return against San Francisco. Do you want him to learn more than one position? Is that something you're continually going to work on with him? Or?
Yes, that's, you know, in a room, everybody can play the X, the Z, and the F. So you play receiver because we know in the course of attrition, if somebody goes down, then somebody has to fill in. So just like when Jarvis went down in Baltimore game, somebody had to go in. So Radley had to go in and fill that position. So as a receiver, you only get so many to dress out on game day. So if you just got guys in one particular spot, if something happens or injury happens, then you have to fill that void.
So when he says, I know X, I don't know Z,
but put him in.
You know, does that alarm you?
No, because he's never said that before. He may feel comfortable at one position and not as comfortable as another, but in learning it, we conceptual think and we conceptual learn.
It seemed like he was poised to take that big leap into his second year this year, and for whatever reason, it hasn't happened. What do you feel like is his upside? What does he need to do? And in the whole, like, bringing along of Antonio Callaway, what's
Just
that?
continue to do what he's doing now. That's it.
If
Speaking of
Rashard
Jarvis
comes
and
back-
blocking, is there anything you want to comment on that, Craig?
What's that?
Speaking of Jarvis and blocking,
No comment.
If Rashard plays against the Patriots, is there a scenario where he and Callaway can rotate as that number 3 receiver?
It's always possibilities.
I mean, it doesn't have to be an either or.
No.
Going into a game.
No, never. Never has to be either or. Never.
Having Higgins as a safety valve, though, how much value do you see for that? For, you know, Baker seems to kind of be that's his go-to.
I don't know if he's a safety valve. He's one of the guys that's integral in what we're trying to do and just, you know, getting back to up to par and being healthy. So, you know, I'm happy and excited to have him because he is a guy who can play multiple positions. So if something happens to Jarvis, he's a guy who can play multiple positions.
With Callaway's speed, do you see defenses honor that, and does it change how they approach the other receivers out there?
He's still young.
So
Body of work.
Yeah.
He's still young.
What's the biggest thing you want to see from these receivers now after this bye week and then the second half of the season?
just continue to grow and progress and try to win the day. Don't try to be win next week or look ahead in 3-4 weeks and who we're playing, but just each and every day just be 1% better. And I really truly believe that. And when you stack body of work each and every day and getting better, then the outcome will be good on Sunday.
We talk about the rapport Baker has with Higgins. Have you felt that when it's been missing? Have you felt that that's been significant?
I mean, of course, when there's a receiver that you count on in week one that's playing and all of a sudden gets an injury, I mean, you always feel that. So regardless of the situation, you know, you're going to feel that during practice, you're going to feel that during the game. But that's why other guys have to step up and take charge.
Freddie said on Monday that when he went back and watched the film, there was actually a route that wasn't even a playbook that got ran. My question is, because a lot of the offense is predicated on timing and trust and believing that a receiver is going to be where they're supposed to be at whatever time they're supposed to be there. You know, from your perspective, are these guys giving Baker what he needs in that respect as consistently as is required?
We could always do better, and that's part of the plan. In that game, the sense of urgency, a lot of times guys want to play fast, but my thing is play fast and not in a hurry. Sometimes you can hurry those things and hurry it up, and you can't do that for a quarterback. You have to be consistent and be where you're supposed to be, when you're supposed to be, how you're supposed to be. And so when there's timing and sense of urgency, at times guys get press coverage and want to break it off early or do some things, and you can't do that. You got to be in spots so the quarterback is more comfortable. So as we continue to do that, we just got to be consistent. That's it.
So was that what Freddie was talking about there, was more so maybe like an error or somebody rush a route as opposed to somebody just completely freelancing and doing something that wasn't in the playbook? Right,
that happens at times. Now, you don't want that, but at times it happens, and you get press coverage when somebody's in your face and reacting, or you may break it off or something. And those are the things you just have to have consistency as far as route technique, climbing on contact, things of that nature. So, and that comes with just consistency, that comes with experience, that comes with a lot of things.